Hello and welcome, I'm Dante from Low Mana, and today we're taking a look at something new, the first issue of the Heroes of the Storm comic, Rise of the Ravenlord. This is the first push for Blizzard to establish a definitive narrative to the game that mashes up all of your favourite Blizzard games. This is a solid start, and I can't wait to see what else the team have in store to build up a narrative both in comics, shorts and in-game changes as the story evolves. Heroes of the Storm has been out for a couple of years now, but it wasn't until recently we heard they were going to be structuring some lore around the Nexus and its lords. The first wave of the lore is finally here in the form of an initial comic, Rise of the Ravenlord. Taking one of the well-known Nexus lords, who is also the announcer for Tower of Doom, which to me and from what the team have said, indicates we'll be seeing the Nexus Wars from the perspective of many lords. Hopefully all of them eventually, but we're starting off with the Ravenlord, so what do we learn? The comic opens with a flying raven over the battlefield of the Tower of Doom, commenting on the battles taking place below, that have apparently been raging over and over for several thousand years. With the Ravenlord living this long, are the Nexus Lords immortal, or does their power just prolong their life? As well as opening the floodgates on exactly what are the Nexus Lords and where does their power come from. As the raven flies through the windows of the raven-shaped tower, it's revealed to be the Ravenlord himself, although not too much of a surprise. The next bit is though, he raises a crystal that's actually embedded within the chest of his armour, possibly answering the source of his power question right away. Speaking to the crystal, he asks to see the nearest realms. The next page goes on to show us 5 of the worlds from within the game. In the background we can see the realm he currently resides in, the Tower of Doom, along with the Gravekeeper, the Ravenlord's nemesis. At least at the moment. In the top left we have the land of Luxoria, home to the Sky Temple, the pinnacle point of worship for the snake god Ka. In the bottom left we see Blackheart of the realm of Mist Harbor. To the top right, Hanzo rides upon Alexstrasza, indicating one of the Overwatch realms, home to the Shimada clan, Hanamura. Finally, to the bottom right we have the Queen Nightshade, ruler of the Garden of Terror. Possibly some perspectives we'll get to learn more about as the comics continue. The Ravenlord comments on how weak all of these realms are. He seems to be searching for more power, which leads us to the next page. Reaching out to the furthest realms, the crystal glows bright orange, a possible fire realm, and it seems to be growing. An invasion, but of what kind is hard to tell. A new map though, very possible. A second realm then appears, pushing back the vibrant glow. Inside the crystal, a blue realm appears. This feels very much like it could be the next Nexus themed map. Clearly, this is news to the Ravenlord too. And as any good villain does, his first thought is to conquer it and claim its powers. But for now, he himself isn't powerful enough. As we move on to the next page, we're introduced to a new character, a woman named Neve, who I believe to be his personal advisor. She almost feels like a counterbalance, not that he pays much attention to her opinions in this instance, as he heads to talk to some of his soldiers, who remind me a lot of animated armour rather than actual soldiers, commanding them to find Orphea, another new name. From how the pair speak of her, she seems both important and potentially very powerful. Perhaps another ally or even family member. Why she's missing we don't know, though it's safe to assume she left on her own volition. Maybe she too has the power of a Nexus Lord, and has found another realm. It's hard to tell when we know so little about how to even travel between the worlds. The next part I would consider the major lore advancement, the introduction of a new forbidden realm, the Dark Nexus. Protected by 2 huge guards that are effectively pointless to the Ravenlord, so who are they actually keeping out? Before he enters, the woman provides a final warning. Unleashing the power within is an action his family, or Orphea perhaps, that cannot be forgiven, a price he's willing to pay. Within the chamber are huge walls containing rows upon rows of caskets, containing what I can only presume are corrupted or dark versions of the heroes. Pulling 3 crystals to his staff, 3 figures appear. A Dark Nexus Artanis, Gul'Dan, and a third creature I think is Dahaka. A brief fight breaks out, but the Ravenlord quickly activates the crystal from the beginning, absorbing the purple creature, consuming its power, leaving him as a shadowy version of himself, the power drifting off him like steam. The dark versions now submitting to his power, ending the comic with his new creatures storming the Towers of Doom, to finally overthrow the Gravekeeper and to end the battle that has raged for thousands of years. Having seen the lore video that accompanies the comic, we know this dark power will spill over to the game itself, with new skins, mounts and UI aspects, potentially even new maps as the story unfolds. I am very excited about these fresh changes to Heroes of the Storm and can't wait to see what new tales Blizz have in store for us, with potential new Nexus specific heroes that mirror the story in real time. But what do you think? Are you excited for some Heroes lore, or are you not interested at all? What changes do you expect or want to see happen in game? And of course, what do you think of this first installment of the comic? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching this first video on the lore of the Heroes of the Storm. We'll certainly be digging into this more, especially when we get new media and in-game changes. If you want to talk lore with us, you can join us on our Discord server linked below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave us a like, subscribe if you like what we do, and hit that bell for notifications as new content goes live. Until next time, I've been Dante, thanks for watching.